Hello everyone, welcome back to Isadora. It's really good to be back. Hope you're having a very good week. Okay, so today it's just as the topic said. Why are Christians not going to church anymore? Why are Christians not believing anymore? Why are Christians backsliding? Why are Christians complaining? Do you understand? Why are they turning the other way? As opposed to going to church, it's just, I think what prompted this video was because, I'm not even kidding. Lately, almost everyone I've spoken to has said the same thing to me. I don't go to church anymore. I don't go to church anymore. That's like myself as well, but mine is totally different. How sometimes when you want to find something, you need to take a step back and observe as opposed to participate. So that's what I did. I just didn't want to feel like I was just doing. I needed to understand, what I was doing. And for me, I needed to take a step back and observe. I needed to learn certain things by myself, you understand? Go through certain experiences, obviously, before I got here. So that's why I took my time out. But like I said, lately, most people I've spoken to have been saying the same thing to me. I had this conversation with a very good friend of mine recently, but we talked about it in some other way. Today we're going to look at it in another way completely. So why? And when I think, like I said, I think people have been saying it to me because maybe it was something I needed to look into, or it was a topic I needed to do. So anyway, I always take these things as a sign. So anyway, so I thought, look into it, and I was just thinking about it, and it came to me. Okay, so this is the best way for me to explain it, and I may go a bit scientific about it. Now, I know that for a lot of Christians, they don't like to mix science and Christianity. I'm not trying to. It's the best way for me to break it down. I'll be mindful. Okay, so anyway. So why are they? So when I looked into it, this is what for me, I kind of summed it up to be, and it's a long explanation, so please bear with me. I'll try to make it as short but as relatable as possible. Okay, so this world here that we live in is called, I go to work, you go to work, we go to the pub after work, we go to church on Sunday, we go to mosque on Fridays, we go to our places of worship, we go to the library, we live everyday life, we have a car, we buy a house. It's called the 3D world, third dimensional world, right? Okay, I'm trying to explain it in the best way I possibly can, but I'm going to mix it a bit, so please bear with me. Okay, all right, so it's called the 3D world. Now, you know how when you go to your place of work, actually I can say church because we're talking about Christians now, right? So when you go to church, right, you know how like the pastors will say to you, become born again. Do you understand? Okay, so when they say become born again, they're not talking about just outwardly. They're not talking about, outwardly is also a part of it, you understand? They're not talking about just outwardly. They're talking about become born inwardly as well. Do you understand? Not just changing your mode of dressing and carrying a Bible so that people can see it. No, it's really change of your behavior, change of your personality, change of your belief about life, change of your behaviors, of the way you treat people, the things you do. Do you understand? So it has to be a total change in your persona, do you understand, as a whole. So for the better, obviously. So when they're saying become born again, that's like a sum up of what that means. So what they're saying is you're still going to be in the 3D world. You know how they say be in this world but not of this world? You're still going to be in the 3D world, but you're not off the 3D world. You're now off what we call the 5D world. In Christianity, it's just when you give your life, it's just you've kind of ascended to that level. So that's what we call, like, in sciences, let me call it the 5D world. So it's called the 5-dimensional world. So when they're saying become born again, is be in the 3D world but off the 5D world. Now, how are you off the 5D world? You're not leaving your house. You can be in your living room, you can be on your chair or whatever, or your dining table having dinner and praying to God silently. Do you understand? You can just be silent, praying or speaking in tongues, or do you understand? Or God is trying to send you a message, or do you understand? Holy Spirit communion, or whatever it is, you're communing with the Holy Spirit. So all those kind of things, do you understand? That's what being. So if God is trying to give you a message, yes, you're sitting at your dining table, you're in the 3D world, but your soul, your heart is of the 5D world. You're getting messages with God, from God, you're praying, you understand, you're communing with the Holy Spirit. So that's how it is, you understand? So at that level, you're in your house, you're in this world, but you're not of this world, because you're not communing with daily. You don't see the Holy Spirit running around, you understand? Exactly, you don't see. So but if you're able to do that communication and everything, you're sitting in your living room in the 3D world, but you're off. Okay, let me stop. Anyway, so that's what that means. So what they're saying is raise your vibration. It is what I will call it in science. Raise your vibration to the 5D world from the 3D world. So you'll be walking around, but you won't be off this world, right? Now, let's go back to the 3D world. So everyday normal life, you go to work, I go to work, we go to the library, we go to whatever. Even without becoming born again, there are some things you pray for, do you understand? And instantly you will get it. And that's part of people saying, oh yeah, I'm a Christian, when I pray I get whatever I want, blah blah blah. It may even be a car, it may even be a house, do you understand? It may be something so big and you wonder, oh my God, I prayed about it yesterday and today I go to work, I got a promotion with a car, do you understand? Reason why you got it so quickly is because you see that car, it might even be a luxury car. You might be, do you understand? It might be a luxury car. It might be something you absolutely love. And in that moment, everybody, even on your street, everybody's praising you, everybody's looking at you. That's great. But you see, that car has no impact on your destiny on what will make you a household name. It has no impact on what will make you a great man or woman in life. That's why you got it so easily. And there was no blockage. I'm sorry about the noise outside, sorry. There was nothing or no one stopping you, so that's why you got it that quickly. Because it has no impact. Like I said, you might even be popular. Everybody might know who you are because you're the only one that has that sort of car in that area. But it has no impact on what will make you great. Now, you may want to buy a flute because maybe you like music, do you understand? You've always wanted to play an instrument and you thought, okay, maybe a flute is the easiest way, do you understand? So you might just want to get a flute, do you understand? Something as minute as a flute. As soon as you make that decision, let's just say you go to church and you love the pastor's preaching, and after the preaching he has motivated you so much that you can become anything, and you're like, oh, you know what, let me look into practicing my music or whatever it is, I'm just going to buy a flute. And then you give your life and everything, you get home, things are going bad. And a lot of people would say, oh, why is it when I give my life that things start going bad in my life? Because you see, as small as that flute is, it has a great impact on your life, on your destiny. That's why, as soon as you made a decision to get that flute, to walk towards your destiny, what you're supposed to become in life, what will make you a great person, what will make you have generational wealth, as soon as you made that decision, negative things started happening. Because why? You're being stopped from becoming that great person. Do you understand? That's why. So that flute looks very small, but maybe what will actually make you a great person is becoming a musician. That's why deep down you actually love music. It's just, obviously it's not going to pay the bills. Do you understand? So you have to have a 9 to 5. Even if your 9 to 5 is doing very well, you're making millions or whatever it is, do you understand? But you have money, but you may not have generational wealth. It's one of those monies that if something, God forbid, something really bad happens, it can go down. Do you understand? So what I'm trying to say is, as small as, do you understand, that flute is, you're going to be stopped because maybe in life you're supposed to be a musician, and that will make you a great person. That will make you known all over the world. So that flute is supposed to be the beginning of your destiny. That's why negative things start happening. So a lot of people, first of all, would say, why is it when I give my life that all those things start happening? Why is it, do you understand, or whatever it is? Because to get certain things, you have to raise your vibration. let me break that down. To get certain things, you have to leave this 3D world and be off the 5D world. And that's how, okay, see, if you're in the air, you're going to be looking at, okay, what are distractions? In the Bible, in Christianity, it's called mountains, right? Like a mountain can be alcohol. A mountain can be bad friends. A mountain can be bad family. A mountain can be a bad job. A mountain can be whatever it is. Do you understand? These are things that that the enemy has placed in your life, do you understand, to stop you from reaching. So these are the distractions to stop you from reaching, walking in that part of your destiny, that thing that will make you great, that thing that will make you a household name. Do you understand? So you have mountains. Now, if you're up in the air, do you understand, you're going to be looking at the mountains down, right? It will be easier if you're in the 3D world, but you're not off the 3D world, which means you've ascended above those distractions. You've ascended above, do you understand? Like, for instance, let me even make it very practical. If you've actually genuinely become born again and you're really seeking after God or whatever it is, or do you understand? And after a while, obviously, money is not the most important thing in your life to you. Being obedient and all those things are important. Somebody now brings a shady deal to you that come, do you understand? It will be easier for you to refuse. It will be easier for you to, because it's not a priority anymore like it used to be. Do you understand? So that's how it is, you know. So to get certain things, anyway, I don't want to digress too far. So to get certain things, you have to be at a certain level. No matter how small you think that thing is, if it's just getting a flute, do you understand? That flute has a great impact on your future, on what will make you be great. People or negative people don't want you to get there. Do you understand? So they will do any and everything they can do to put in your way. Do you understand? Obstacles in your way to stop you, to block you. Do you understand? So that, to get that thing, you have to raise yourself above those distractions, above those mountains. So when they say give your life in like church, it's for your own good. They're actually helping you. Do you understand? So instead of rolling your eyes like, I'm not saying anything, I talk too much. Anyway, so I'm just saying, like, you know, it's really for our own good. That's at the end of the day. Do you understand? When they say give your life and all those things, you know, it's for our own good. So you have to raise your vibration, because that's the only way you can soar above mountains or distractions that have been put in your way. Do you understand? So at that level, if you're supposed to go and buy the flute in one area, and to get there they put accidents on the way, roadblock, this, that, at the end of the day you just turn back around and say you're not going again. Do you understand? If you're soaring above and you're communing constantly with God, with the Holy Spirit, they'll be telling you, don't go through that street, go through you just feel like, you know what, let me just take a different route. You don't know why, but you feel like, do you understand? Because at that level, do you understand, you're communing with the Holy Spirit. You're talking, God is directing you, your Holy Spirit is directing you, like, okay, pass here, go through here, don't go through. Do you understand? So it's easy for you to maneuver and avoid certain things. Do you understand? So to get certain things in your life, sometimes you might think whatever it is you've achieved is so big, but you achieved it like that because it doesn't have much of an impact on your life, on your future. The ones that have impact are difficult, do you understand, to get. So depending on what you've actually gone to church to ask for, do you understand? People think they would have to remain at the same level to get everything. Oh, but I didn't even give my life when I prayed and God gave me a car, because that car has no impact on your destiny. Do you understand? That's why it was so easy, you know. So it depends on what you're praying about. If what you're praying about is a destiny thing for you, believe you me, some people pray about marriage, they'll get it like that, because that marriage maybe is something else in their life that is supposed to be a thing of destiny, so they'll get married easily. It's not a big deal. Do you understand? So you'll be wondering, oh, my friend didn't even give her life, she prayed, she got her married, because that part of her life is not what is a destiny thing. It might be for you, so it will be a lot more difficult, because there will be so many blockages. You'll be running into the wrong men, bad things will be happening with relationships, you will even hate relationships or whatever. It's because that's what is supposed to be a destiny thing for you. Do you understand? So there will be difficulty. So people get discouraged after a while without realizing, do you understand, why things are happening in that way. Anyway, I think if you sum it up, this is one of the major reasons people are not really getting what they want at the time they want it, thinking they have to remain at the same level without realizing sometimes you have to raise your vibrations to get certain things. Okay, so anyway, this is all my time with Fast Spent. I love you all. Namaste. Stay blessed. Bye. Love you.